Okay, good morning, good morning, good morning. So today we're going to be talking about where to find the best deals online for curriculum. Now, first up, I got 3 products for you. This one is called Other Goose. So what I like about it, it's not the best book ever written, but what's interesting is that if you take Mother Goose rhymes and you pair them next to Other Goose, you can see how this person reinvented the rhyme. So it's like an interesting discussion point, like a talking point with your children. Like, that's interesting. What do you think? Or which one do you like better? Or how would you change it? Okay, so next product up is one that I'm going to talk about today that I recommend that you use, which is Home Learning Year by Year. The only reason I like it, the only reason I recommend it, well, two reasons I recommend it. One, if you're going to do your own curriculum, this is a helpful guideline as to what you should be teaching. And 2, for transcripts, because you look through it, it goes all the way up, I believe, to grade 12. And what it has is it's it bolds everything. So I don't read everything that they talk about, but like money and measurement, identify pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, and dollar bills, recognize the dollar and cent sign. So it just gives you, when it comes to doing transcripts, which I do every year, just to see where they're at. I don't do it for any official reasons. I just like to know, hey, where are you at? And maybe one day I will need them. I don't know. But so that's what I use it for. So Home Learning Year by Year. Now the next product I'm going to talk about is something that you need if you want to get the best deals on curriculum. Get a printer. Get an ink tank printer. I bought mine for $200. I'll show you on the screen. $200, and it prints 7,800 pages of color. Because the ink, it's super cheap ink. It's $10 a bottle. So when you run out of a bottle, there's 4 bottles. $10 a bottle, 7,800 pages of color. It will get you. I'm telling you, it changed my life. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I always paid for the hard copies of everything because the printer and the ink cost so much money. I was like, there's no way ink costs. So anyway, it does print about 10 pages a minute. So I have an older version, which I bought this year. It is an older version, but I like that because of the cost savings and because the new ones, they don't change that much. Like eventually it'll be able to, you can pay the extra amount of a few hundred and it'll print on the back side as well. I don't need that. Okay, so let's get into the best deals on curriculum. Now, first of all, if you have a curriculum that you love, ask the company what's the difference between the older version and the new version. Some versions are so dramatically different you don't want them. Like I remember they went on sale, so I bought all of the Good and the Beautiful math, grade 1 and 2 math that were older and that were not the new ones that they have now. And the difference between the old ones and the new ones is so drastic that I didn't use the ones that I had bought, even though I got them on special, I didn't use it. So I would ask the company, what's the difference between, because like classical conversations, for example, their foundations, the difference between the editions is it's spelling and grammatical errors they have corrected. Like it's not grand enough to warrant purchasing the new one. And that way, then you take it and you take the exact version of it and you go and you search in Google. But any curriculum you like, go and search in Google, and the used version, if Thrift Books has it, because I bought some Odyssey, I bought Odyssey Science, like real life Odyssey Science. I bought it on Thrift Books. So you can get a lot of curriculum used just by putting it in your Google browser and see what pops up. I went to a lot of the big places that say, oh, they have deals on curriculum. I didn't find deals on curriculum. I didn't. It was I just didn't. And then I even put in bigger names. Like I put in Abeka, I put in Apologia, just to see like these big names, if they have some of this curriculum show up, and they didn't. So either they ran out of stock on them or they just never had it. I don't know. So I didn't find that helpful. Another thing you could do, if you are not picky on curriculum, you can go to the library and or go to the website and on their library search, type in grade 2 math. And watch what pops up, because you will see they have curriculum there. They have curriculum that you can go and it gives you, you can copy it, or it gives you a good idea as to, hey, let's try some equations like this week and things like that, and you can replicate it. Now let's talk about history. So history, this is the book that I recommend for history because it's like a teacher's manual. I don't recommend it for kids because it's it's fine, it's great for kids, but I'm just saying, for little kids, like you look at, okay, the first human, all right? So the Cro-Magnons. So then you Google books. What are books on the Cro-Magnons? What are books on the Ice Age? And things like that. So it's just a teacher's manual is what it is. The Ziggurat. So it just depends, the first farmers and things like that. And then you Google books, ancient Egypt. And then you can go to the library. And so so step 1 is you pick the section that you want to discuss in history. Step 2 is then you Google books on the Ice Age for children, or picture books on the Ice Age for children, or just whatever you want to Google. And then up will come a list, and with that list, you then choose some titles, write them down, and search at the library to see if they have them. It's an easy way to get through history and discuss history for little kids, and even for older kids as well. And next on the list is, it has some curriculum on it, if you will, but it's got a bunch of worksheets. So if you're into free worksheets, for $3 for the entire year, it's not even $3, it's $2.99. For the entire year, you can go on Creative Fabrica you can't find this online, like, because I went and I searched for it online, the deal, I couldn't find it. So just click the link in the description, click it in the comments, or, copy it down from what you see on the screen to find, for example, worksheets similar to this. So these I just printed out myself and then bound together just to teach my son, just so we could get onto the A's. So mostly we just do this orally right now. We just talk about it and we point to it, and it's like, hey, all right, let's see. Point out all the lowercase and all the uppercase A's and things like that. And A is for apple, and we talk about it. So just to do letter identification with him when he's young. So those are my best.
Please wait till the 5.
Yes.
And hit the bell for notifications.